Okay guys, in this video I'm going to go through this second problem here that you've been asked to do. This is on the Python selection extension PowerPoint. I already went through the first program in class. I'm only going to go through the second program here. Okay, so you need to use if statements for this. Let me just go ahead and read through the problem. It says to write a program which will ask the user to enter two football teams and a score for one followed by the score for the other. It should then calculate how many points each team will get. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 if they lose. Okay, so let's go ahead and start writing this program. So we first need to request the names of the football team. So let's go ahead and store these names in a variable. So team 1 will go in the variable name called team 1. So team 1 equals the input to the instruction enter name of team 1. Just keep it simple for now. And I'm also going to do this \n because it will take the cursor to a new line, so it makes the entry more user friendly. Team 2 equals the input to enter name of team 2. Again, do your \n so the cursor goes onto the new line when it's actually being requested. Let's go ahead and run the module and see what that looks like. By the way, I've just saved this already as football points. So when this is run, you can see that the cursor is flashing here and not here because I've done the \n. So enter name of team 1, let's just Juve, enter name of team 2, let's just do Manu. Lovely, that's all we have done. We have just requested names and they are now actually stored in team 1 and team 2. Let's go ahead now and write the rest of the program. We have to get the score for one followed by the score of the other. So the scores are going to be numbers, aren't they? So just bear that in mind and understand why. I'm going to do int first. So the integer input to enter score for team 1. Okay, and again, we have to close a bracket. We have one closed bracket for the input and then another closed bracket for the integer. And then here, I'm also going to remember to do that. And then you go ahead and you do it for score 2. So score 2 equals the integer input, input to enter score for team 2. And then go ahead and do your \n, speech marks, close bracket once and then twice because you opened 2. So you have to close 2. Right, let's see what that's looking like now. Okay, so enter name of team 1, enter name for team 2, enter score for team 1, enter score for team 2. Lovely. Okay, that's all we have done is we have entered 2 string values for the team 1 and team 2 names and then 2 integer values for score 1 and score 2. Right, let's keep moving forward. It should then calculate how many points each team will get. 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw, and 0 if they lose. So we need to do some comparisons here using our comparison operators. So like your equals, more than, less than, and all of that. Let me just do an enter there and start off my if statement. So if, let's just do it from the first score. If score 1 is more than score 2, so if team 1's score is more than team 2's score, then we're going to make sure that team 1 get the 3 points and team 2 get 0 points in this case. We can say print. There are a couple of ways to do this, by the way. I'm just going to do it this simpler way, which might seem long to others who can see that there are other solutions. But let me just go through this way and then I'll probably show you some other ways as well. So print team 1, so team 1, we can actually use a variable name, right? So team 1, so if score 1 is more than score 2, then prints team 1 scores, or has, let's just say, has 3 points. Here we go. And then we can print team 2 has 0 points, okay? Because team 2 would have lost if score 1 was more than score 2. Then we will have an ELIF because we have 3 possible outcomes here, don't we? We have a win for team 1 or a win for team 2 or a draw, okay? So that's why we have to use ELIF. ELIF score 2 is more than score 1. You can do this, or you can say it the other way around. You can say we've done score 1 more than score 2, so let's do score 1 less than score 2. So you can, it's the same thing, just make sure you get it the right way around. I'll just carry on from here. Let me go ahead, I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it here and make sure the indentation is sorted. Right, so if score 1 is less than score 2, then print team 2 has 3 points and team 1 has 0 points. Okay, so we can just do it like that quickly, or you can actually just have this line above if you want it to be in the order of team 1, team 2, team 1, team 2. Let me just do that actually. No, let me leave it. Anyway, moving on. Right, so the only other outcome left is a draw. Yeah, so we've taken care of if team 1 wins. We've taken care of if team 2 wins. The only other outcome is a draw. It doesn't matter whether it's 0-0 or 5-5, whatever, it's still a draw, and they get 1 point each. So we are left with else. You don't have to say else if score 1 double equals score 2. You don't do that because it's the only thing left. It's the only outcome left. So in that case, we will print team 1 has 1 point. You can phrase this differently, whatever. I'm just doing it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just copy that. Oops. Let's do an enter there. And then team 2 has 1 point. Okay. Just so this is in the order of 1, 2, team 1, 2, team 1, 2. I'm actually going to go ahead and move that above this just because I'm a pedantic. There we go. Lovely. Right. That should be working fine. So let's go ahead and run this. Here we go. So enter the name of team 1, enter the name of team 2, enter the score for team 1, say 9, and enter the score from team 2, 1, sorry. Juve has 3 points and Manu has 0 points. Yes, okay, let's run that again just to make sure it's actually checking and doing this right. Okay. This time it was a slightly different outcome. They scored 6 and they scored 10. Why not? Yes, makes sense. So Manu won. Okay, lovely, unusual. Let's go again and run it one more time. Enter, let me just make this a bit smaller, bring it up here. Enter the name of team 1. So one more just to check the other outcome. That's why I'm doing this, just to show you that they're all working. Yep, they scored 3 and they also scored 3. There you go, 1 point each. Lovely. Okay, so like I said before, there are different ways to do this. And I'm going to show you the other couple of ways now. Otherwise, if you're maybe even struggling just to understand this, then just be going over this bit again. So just, rewind the rewind it, start again, look at it, do the program, test out different values, make sure you understand your more than, less than significance, and you can even swap things around, and you can even do the draw as the first condition if you wanted to. Just play around with it and just make sure you understand it. Let me show you then another way that you could have done this. So one thing I'll show you up here, just to make this a bit more user-friendly, what you could have done is included separate print statements. Because it doesn't work, Python will not take a variable value when you are requesting an input. It won't work. So for example, if you wanted to try to do, when you're getting score 1, if you wanted to try and print the statement, enter score 4, and then have the variable value of team 1, it won't work because it's thinking it's another value that you want the user to enter or whatever. It doesn't work. So what you'd have to do is this. So print, enter the score 4, and then you'd say team 1, like that. And then the score 1 would simply be like the input doesn't need a statement, you just leave it like that. So this would work. Let me show you the difference now with what happens for the first score, right? So yes, oops, whatever, doesn't matter how you enter it anyway. Okay, there you go, enter the score for Juve. So notice how before it was just saying enter the score for team 1, because that's why I had there. This is actually not needed because it's a variable and it included its own space. Yeah, so it wasn't showing the name of the team before, it was just saying enter team 1 like this, or enter team 2. If you try to do it, this is what happens, look. speech marks, comma, and then team 2. Let me just leave it like that for now, just to keep it less complicated. Look what happens. Invalid syntax. It doesn't actually know what you're trying to do. Oh, team 2, sorry, because it's not a variable name. Right, let me try it again. Here we go. Enter name team 1, enter name team 2, enter score for J2. There you go here. So it won't do it because it thinks you want to. Here you go. Yeah, it doesn't know what it's doing. It won't work. Okay, it won't work. So you can't use a variable value when you're requesting an import. It's not working here. So don't do it like that. Do it how we've done it up here. So I'm just gonna Control C that, Control V that, team 2 and score 2 like that. There we go. So that should be fine. Okay, that works fine. If you run it again, all should be working as expected with a bit more user-friendly changes. J, M, 3, 4, there you go. Yeah, so it works fine. Okay, lovely. I know some of you were thinking about putting in point variables as well. You can do that. Yes, it does make your program a bit longer, but if that's how you want to do it, then that's fine. But this is a fine way and a decent enough solution for this problem. Okay, all the best. That needs to be done. That was your home learning, so make sure that is done. Okay.